everyone, it's me, and I'm checking in for my 1 week plus-ish on this lock-in. And I'm in this kitchen space because it's really the only part of my life right now that isn't chaotic or feeling chaotic. So let's just catch up. Okay, I'm going to use my mic. I think that first little clip showed you, well, gave you an idea of the audio challenge that I have in the prison, trying to film without a microphone. So let's use the microphone. All right, and also the aisle of journals in the thrift store. Okay, I'm not the only one who has overconsumption issues, if you will. So we're going to talk about my first week on the lock-in, my life lock-in. And one of the things I learned is regarding my financial clarity is I've got to stay out of thrift stores. I think it's a therapeutic thing going into a thrift store. So I need to look at other ways to get some therapy, right? Because I don't need to spend the money. It's nothing that I need. However, if you are a grandparent, I think you can appreciate these dinosaurs that I got. They're amazing. And they're going to go to my granddaughter. We're such a great find for under $10. I'm going to make little tutus for them. But I digress. Okay, I don't need to spend any more money. I was doing really good. Let me just say this. I was doing really, really good last week until about Thursday. And I think all of the videos out there for consumption on social media with all the latest shocking murders of people are just too much for our souls to handle. And I got a little off track with my habit tracker. But my faith is something that pulls me through each and every time. And even with regards to I think it's an addiction to shopping in a thrift store. If I pray, if I pray enough, I stay away from the thrift stores. All right, my creativity and content habit. I did upload a video last week, so I'm doing good, keeping on track. I actually added another project today that I'd been putting off working on for several weeks, actually. So I got back on to that, and that made me feel good. And I want to tell you that I've noticed that because I'm focusing on things that are relevant to my life. I had a great week last week when I was focusing on these things. And so the little bit of time that I was able to carve out today to work on this other project, it's something for LinkedIn. It made me feel really good and pulled me through to record another video for posting this week. So my other weekly habits of daily movement, I did that really well last week. As a matter of fact, I also have relationships and connections as a habit. I went on a 5.119 mile walk with a friend on Wednesday, and I didn't film a single part of it. So I stayed connected and chatting with her through the whole walk. And we even went out to dinner afterwards. So that was kind of fun. We tried a new pizza place. But overall, I feel like I had an excellent week of sticking to my habits. Look, I have a lot of them crossed off. I don't know if you can see those. There are a lot of things that I can do better. I will tell you, with the way my social media consumption made me feel last week, I definitely need to cut back on that. And quite honestly, if I tracked the amount of time that I spent consuming Instagram and Twitter, I would have way more time for all of these things. So, um, anyway, I'm here to encourage you to stay on track as much as you can. Remember, this is about progress, not perfection. And I can tell you for a fact that perfection was not this past week. This first week of the lock in for me was not at all any part of perfection. But I'm feeling good because here I am keeping with it. And I really feel better when I'm focusing on the habits for my personal life and not just all about work or other people, but these are for me. Did I show you the dinosaurs that I got? I think I did, but maybe not. Look at him. Isn't he amazing? He was $3.50 and $2.99. This one was actually, they were both a percentage off. So I'm really happy with those purchases. And I don't know if that's the highlight of my week. I think I put in my weekly self reflection that I got my video uploaded and I recorded it in such a way, just like tonight, where it doesn't need a lot of editing. Oh, you know what I did that really made me happy last week was most nights I went to bed without having any dishes out. Everything was cleaned up and tidied up in the kitchen. That ended over the weekend. But tonight, when I'm done recording this video, I plan to get back on the cleaning up the dishes track again. So, this is just my quick check in. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if you are logging in to do some habits strong, just really locking in on those habits and finishing out the year strong. I encourage you to do it. In this short span of time, I've learned a lot, and I'm going to be implementing what I've learned into my next week. And I'll check back in with you on my next video, everyone. Take care. I love you so much. You know that. And I'll see you soon.